Welcome back to another video. Now this is the first of a three-part series where I'm going to talk about how to build wealth. Now for me, building wealth is an extremely important aspect of life. Now a lot of people are not taught about wealth, they're not taught about how to build wealth, how to look after their own money. So hopefully in this series I'm going to teach you a few things about how to build your wealth over the short term and long term, and I'm also going to show you how I personally build my wealth. Now if you've watched some of my other videos, you'll know that my philosophy on building wealth is to earn money online through an online business or side hustle, 2, use that money to invest into property, and 3, use the money that you make from your rental properties and invest that into dividend paying stocks for a lifetime of passive income. Now it sounds really simple, but a lot of people get stuck on the first step. So this video is going to be all about how to increase your income, how to use the internet to increase your income, how to start an online business, and how to actually generate enough money to allow you to invest into step 2, which is property. Because I get a lot of people contacting me saying they really want to get into property, but they don't have the funds for a deposit, or they don't have any money spare to go and buy a house. So if that's you, then this video is especially important for you, because this will allow you to actually build enough money to invest. Now with investing, you do need capital up front. If you want to build your wealth, then you're going to need money to start with, because you want your money working for you. So for your money to be working for you, you need to have some in the first place. So hopefully in this video, you're going to learn a few things, and hopefully it gives you a good insight on how to increase your income from what it already is today, and actually start or build an online business that provides you with enough money to allow you to invest into step 2 and 3. So my best advice that I give people is to always try and start an online business. And the reason that I suggest it's an online business rather than a normal bricks and mortar business is because when you're online, your business can scale to an unprecedented amount. There's no sort of ceiling of customers. Once you're online, the world is your oyster. So if you had a bricks and mortar business, say in your local town centre, selling cakes or whatever it may be, you only have a limited number of customers. Your audience is only so big, and it will only ever stay that big. Whereas online, you can reach millions and millions and millions of customers. Now, I don't want that to scare you or put you off, because a lot of people don't start an online business because a lot of people are fearful and they're scared, and they think they have to build this massive brand or come up with the latest new invention or the greatest product, and that's just totally not true. When it comes to making money online, you don't need to sell a physical product, or you don't need to sell thousands of products or sell your service to millions of people. And the great thing about working online and starting an online business, you only need a small group of dedicated customers to give you a good living, or to provide you with a good amount of money to then invest into other things. Now if you can get, say, 100 dedicated customers that pay you every month, say £30 per month, that's an extra £3,000 profit for you every month. Now there has been books written about this. I can't actually remember off the top of my head the one I'm trying to think about, but as I've just said, that suggests that you build a very targeted group of customers that are dedicated to you and what you do or what you sell, and then they become your income, so to speak. Now you only need a small number of people to pay you a small amount of money per month for you to earn a good income. So if anyone knows what book I'm trying to refer to, please leave it in the comments below. There are other books such as Oversubscribed. Again, that's another good book if you're looking to build an online business or an audience. And if I was to give advice and suggest to somebody just starting out, the best thing that you can do when starting an online business is to actually build an audience first. Now, rather than going out and selling products or services or trying to sell on Amazon or eBay, I would always start with building an audience first, and that's something I've done since probably I left school in like 2001 or something like that. So by building your audience first, you then have somebody to sell to. Now, with it being an online business, I highly recommend that you come up with some kind of service. This could be absolutely anything. Maybe you can teach people how to do breathing techniques, or you may be into physiotherapy and you can teach that, or you might be able to give football tips, or practically anything that you can think of that people would pay to receive information or guidance or advice on. Now, if you think about it, if you can sell information, then for starters, you don't have to pay for that information. You've got no outgoings. You haven't got to buy a product and then mark it up and sell it. The information that you retain in your head is already there and it's already free. And another good reason for selling information is you can sell it on a recurring basis. You can sell it as a subscription service where you can charge people every month to pay you for your information or your content or whatever kind of service that you can offer them. Now, when you can offer a subscription service, you only have to sell to that customer once and they could potentially pay you for 6, 9, 12 months, 2 years, 3 years, and so on. So you might be wondering, how do you build this initial audience of people to begin with? Now, the single best way you can build an audience is by offering them free content that gives value. Now, for example, my YouTube channel is currently growing and building an audience, and that is all down to me offering good, valuable content for free. And when you offer good content for free, people are going to start following you. People are going to be interested in what you have to say. They're going to want to learn from you. They will look up to you. They will join your email list, their social media, and so on. Now, online business doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to build massive brands. The only thing you have to do to be successful online is to build an audience. And I would say a specifically targeted audience. So don't just aim at a wide demographic. Narrow it down as much as you possibly can, and then target these people and aim to build an audience surrounded by this group of people. I get people coming to me all the time and saying, what can I sell? What can I sell online? What can I make? What can I produce? And more times than not, the simple answer is you don't need to sell anything. You just need to build this targeted audience. And you don't even need a massive audience. You don't need millions of people. You don't even need thousands of people. You just need a few hundred people that are interested in what you have to offer. And then a percentage of these people will then go and buy your service or your products or whatever it is you're selling. Now, there are ways to make money online without actually selling anything. So you could do things like sponsored ads, AdSense, things like that. However, to be honest, you won't make as much money doing that, and it'll probably require a lot more work. You'll start making real money when you actually sell something. So the first thing you need to do is decide what you can offer as content or information. You then need to build a targeted audience around that subject. So once you have this audience, then you need to come up with a product. It may be a course, it may be e-learning, it may be a podcast, anything where you can provide information to that group of people, then you're going to be able to charge a sum of money every month. Now, for me, this is the best type of online business. This is the best strategy. This is the one that I use all the time. There is obviously other elements to it, and it's not just plain sailing and easy. If you want plain sailing and easy, then go and watch someone else's video. I'm not here to talk a load of shit. I'm just going to say it as it is. Step one, which is to earn more money or build a business, is the hardest step, and it's the one that a lot of people never get past, or they fail at, or they just can't be asked to do. However, if you can overcome step one, then building wealth becomes a lot easier. Because after you've made your own money, in step 2 and 3, that money then works for itself and generates even more money, which in turn builds your wealth over the long run. So if you're sitting there now thinking, what is it that I can do? What kind of business can I start? I would start by brainstorming the things that you enjoy doing, the things that you are quite knowledgeable about, and then go from there. You then want to start building an audience. Now, to build an audience, you need to give people something of value for free. So using social media is probably your first port of call to building this audience. You can use social media to get yourself out there. Don't be afraid of what other people may say. Again, that's another thing that holds people back, is they're actually scared of what their friends or peers may think of what they are actually doing online. Now, this was the same for me, and it applies to everybody. When I started this YouTube channel, there was just no way on this earth that I wanted anybody to watch my videos, especially people that I know. It just sounds really daunting, and putting yourself out there is not a comfortable thing to do. Well, it isn't for most people anyway. So the first hurdle you need to overcome is just to forget about what other people may think, or what your friends, family, or anybody you know may think of what you're actually doing. So once you've got this out the way, then you can start to build your business from the ground up. Now, as I said before, you do not need to build a massive business online. You just need a few dozen or couple of hundred of dedicated customers that are willing to pay you for your services. The name of that book was right on the tip of my tongue then, and it's gone again. Anyway, back to building an audience. Now, building an audience is not quite as simple as it may sound. If you do have some kind of budget, then by all means use online advertising, Google ads, Facebook ads, Twitter ads, things like that to accelerate your growth. And when it comes to branding, I'd also recommend that you choose a brand early on in terms of a catchy name, or use your own name, a colour scheme, and stick with it. I would also suggest that you have a basic web page. You just want this web page to do one job and one job only, and that is to build an audience. So you want to have email capture forms on there, you want to have links to your social media, you want to show people what you can offer, give them an insight by giving them good, free, valuable information. And then the most important thing, you need to make sure that they subscribe to your email list, or your Facebook page, or your Telegram channel, whatever it is it may be. And another important aspect, you need to network with other people within that niche. Now, this is really, really important, because once you network with other people in the same niche who are doing similar things, you can then work together now or in the future to build your audience. And by this, what I mean is you can collaborate on their website or social media or blog, and they can do the same for you. Or there may be an instance where they'll put a post on Facebook promoting your page or your service or business, and in return you can do the same for them. Now, this is a great way of actually building your business without paying for it or paying for advertisement, and it's definitely something that I've used over the years with very, very good success. So once you've started to build this audience, you're going to want to start moving on to making sales. Now, to make sales, you need a good product or service. There are probably 3 or 4 different ways in which you can offer this service. The first one is by blog content, where people actually pay you a subscription to log into the website or members area, and you update this every month. Now, another one is video, pretty much the same concept, but you teaching people over video. Then there are courses. You can make an online course that once you sell it once, it gets delivered automatically every few days, every week, month, however you want to do it. There are also things like private Facebook groups, which you can charge people to enter. There are apps such as WhatsApp and Telegram, where you can create private groups and then offer people information and things like that. If you are going down that route, then the best marketing form there is out there is to actually use social proof. And by this, what I mean is, if people are on social media and they're talking about your service or product and recommending it, then this is going to massively boost your sales. Now, recent studies have shown that 90% of buyers are more likely to buy after reading reviews. And that is very easy to understand. We all do it. We all use TripAdvisor. we all search for reviews before going ahead and buying something. Gone are the days where we simply go out to a shop and just buy something like a TV or a fridge freezer just because it's there in the shop. What we tend to do now is we search the internet for reviews and find the best one at the best price. Now this can be applied to your business. If you can get people talking about your service and recommending it to other people on social media, then that is seriously going to excel your profits, and it's certainly going to give you a lot more sales than if you just had a website saying come and buy my product. Those days are well and truly over. Social proof is a massive thing. Online reviews is a massive thing. People will research, people will go out and look for what other people are saying about your product or service. So one of the most important things that you need to keep in your mind is make sure that people aren't talking shit about your product, they're not knocking it. You need to keep online, you need to keep on social media and make sure that people are actually saying good things about your service or product. If they're not, then address them, go and improve them, interact with your customers. But at the end of the day, you want to build social proof into your marketing campaigns when it comes to sales, when you come to sell anything online. One of the best methods that I've used to massively increase sales is if I go on Twitter or Facebook or whatever it may be and actually screenshot people who are really happy with one of my services, or they've done something really good and I've screenshotted that and then I put that into a marketing email, the sales increase dramatically because people are seeing social proof. They're seeing that other people are using our service to good effect, they're using it to benefit them in whatever way it may be. And this whole demeanor of looking at reviews and following what other people are doing is massive. I think it's just in human nature to follow other people, to take recommendations of what other people have done or are doing. So when it comes to selling online, it's absolutely no different. People are going to be far more likely to buy from you if they can see other people benefiting from what you have to offer. So when you start online, just keep this in mind. It's very, very important. You might not think it is now. You might think, oh, I can just go and sell my service or product and I'll be fine. I don't need people to endorse me, or I don't need people to recommend. Well, I have news for you. You do. Just look at some of the big companies. They use influencers on YouTube and Instagram to promote their products. Now, the reason they do that is because those influencers have already built an audience. So companies come in, they offer them influencers money to talk about their product or say nice things about their product, and then the influencer's audience then go and buy the product from the company. Simple as that. So all these influencers you see on YouTube and Instagram, whether it be in makeup or they travel around the world, they're actually getting paid because they built an audience. So this goes back to the importance of actually building an audience in the first place. These big companies are using these influencers for the sole reason of the audience they have built and again the social proof. If somebody on Instagram who has 1 million followers and they're all targeted around girls and makeup and things like that, if they make a video on Instagram saying how amazing this new product is, this new makeup or whatever it may be, then those followers are going to be far, far, far more likely to go and buy that product just because this influencer has said it's good. So I know you can't use influencers in your new business because you probably don't have the funds to pay them and they're probably not too interested in you because you're only just starting out. However, please keep these concepts in mind when it comes to marketing your business or services, because social proof is massively underestimated, and if you can incorporate social proof and reviews into your sales and marketing, then you're definitely going to be onto a winner when it comes to your online business. Now, if you don't have a product or service, or you don't want to get into the business of offering information or subscription service, you can offer other services, such as if you have skills in web design, programming, writing, proofreading, design, making banners, all sorts of things. If you have a skill at any of those things, you can sell your service on Fiverr or Upwork or websites like that, where people will actually pay you per hour to do work for them. Now, this isn't going to make you rich, it isn't going to give you a massive income. However, it can be a good side hustle if it's something you want to do around your current job. If you have a couple of spare hours at the weekend, maybe you can offer your services and people will pay you by the hour. Now, for me, it's not something I would do. I don't like trading my time for money. I don't think it's a productive way to make money. I like to make money by working hard in the initial bit, and then I like the money to be recurring. That's why I like to invest in properties, because the rental income is monthly. Same with subscription websites. Once you've done the hard work, a lot of the monthly payments come in automatically without you having to do anything. So that's something that's really attractive to me, and that's the whole basis of my wealth building philosophy. So once you've gone out, started your business, got a little bit of income coming in, you want to save as much as that income as you possibly can, and then use that to invest into buy-to-let property. Now, I'm passionate about buy-to-let property, and that's going to be the subject of the next video. I'm going to talk about how you can use your spare cash to invest into property, what type of properties to invest in, how you can get started, and then how you can leverage your property portfolio to a point where you can extract money and invest that into dividend paying stocks, which is stage 3, and that'll be in video 3. And I'll be talking about how you can invest in companies worldwide and they'll pay you a dividend, whether it be monthly, quarterly or yearly. And you can get to a point where you can actually live off these dividends, or at least have these dividends covering your expenses on a monthly basis. So I hope you enjoyed this quick video. Hope it's give you some insight into starting an online business and give you some tips on how to make money online, to then go on to actually create and build your own wealth. And don't forget to watch the second video, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button, because you don't want to miss any updates or any future videos that I'll upload. I'm Jason, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you soon.